Hello everybody, Terry back again with another video. Oh boy, we have the Olympic Games just around the corner, my tennis friends all around the world. And of course I'm here to give my top 8 favorite players who I believe one of these 8 will win the gold medal. And of course you who follow my channel know that the players I believe the most are the players who are in the top 3, third, second, and of course number 1 player is the player I believe the most will win the gold medal. Olympic Games, tennis is not a big sport in Olympic Games. It is not like swimming, to say the least, but it is Olympic, guys, for God's sakes. We see Olympic only for 4 years at a time. We don't have Olympics every single year. So even though tennis is not a big Olympic sport, we still should embrace it and cherish it and really look forward to it, at least in my opinion. Especially this year's 2021 Olympic, even though it is 2020 to be quite fair, but due to pandemic it is being played in 2021. Especially this Olympic that we will see in Tokyo, because all eyes will be at Novak Djokovic, and you know all why, guys. He is going for that golden slam, my dear God. I never believed that I would be alive when a male tennis player have a chance to go for the golden slam. It has never happened before in the men's history of tennis. It has happened only once, and of course the only player who has done it is of course Steffi Graf back in 1988. But I don't even remember it back then because I was only 4 years old when she did it. But now I'm adult and I have this pleasure, to watch and to follow if this can be happened, if this can be repeated in the male side like Steffi Graf did it back in 1988. I'm so thrilled, man, even though I'm not a Djokovic fan, but I'm a tennis fan. I'm a tennis lover. I'm first of all a tennis lover first. No player is bigger than the sport. Don't ever forget that, guys. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get to this favorite list. On my number 8 place, guys, I have Marton Fucsovics. Yeah, guys, Marton Fucsovics has probably never been on my top 8 favorite list before, ever, what I can remember. I am pretty confident about that. He has never been. But I feel that he deserves to get into this list for the first time. He is a really... I used to always have him as a dark horse. He usually always goes and wins 2-3 matches at majors. He has been played, I think he has been in the 4th round in all 4 majors. And finally did his best ever major result last couple of weeks at Wimbledon when he played the quarterfinal and lost to Novak Djokovic there in straight sets. Marton Fucsovics has a very difficult first round, and I truly believe that if he survives this first round match, which I'm not certain he will do, he will go to that quarterfinal. So that's why I have him on my 8th place. He will face in this first round Hubi Hurkacz. Hubi Hurkacz, all respect to him, he played the semi-final at Wimbledon a couple of weeks ago, but Hubi Hurkacz doesn't do two straight good tournaments in a row. We all remember where Hubi Hurkacz was before that Wimbledon. He was losing for 3-4 months, all first rounds. More or less. He won only 1 match after his Miami Open title, his maiden Masters 2000 title, until he did that great run at Wimbledon where he played the semi-final and lost to Berrettini there. So, Hubi Hurkacz, he is not the most consistent tennis player out there, but he's in good company. So 90% of the tennis players we see on tour, they are not consistent, guys. Not everybody names are Djokovic, Nadal and Federer, to say the least. So Fucsovics has a difficult first round against Hubi Hurkacz. That is a really popcorn match, to be quite honest. But if Fucsovics survives there, then he has a good second round match. He can face Broadly there, or a not famous player like Ceruldo. I don't know how you pronounce his name, to be quite honest, but broadly, a Great Britain player, I believe, and another player, Ceruldo and something like that. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I've never heard about his name before. And the third round, he can face Karachev. Karachev, he can be a tough player to beat. We all know Karachev, he is a shot maker. He made the semi-final run at the Australian Open earlier this year. He won Dubai, and now this Olympic Games he's playing on hard court. So Karachev, but I don't trust in Karachev consistency. It is a lot of hype about Karachev. I want to see more consistency from Aslan Karachev to make me make a prediction for him to go to quarterfinal. But you never know. Karachev, Hubjurkacz or Fusovic for sure can. All of these three players can go to the quarterfinal. But my pick is Fusovic. So I have Fusovic on 8th place. All right, we go to the 7th place. And this 7th place, guys, the only reason I have him on my 7th place and one of the players who goes to the quarterfinal, because you know the routines, guys. 8 to 5 are players who go to quarterfinals. 4 to 3 are the semifinalists, and 2 to 1 are the finalists. I have Diego Schwartzman, and the reason I have him on my 7th place is I don't like him on hard courts. He's more a clay court player. He doesn't have the greatest serve. His serve is not even top 30 in the world, in my opinion. But he has such a superior, great draw. He is facing some players who I've never heard about. They shouldn't really bother Diego Schwartzman. Diego Schwartzman should really grind down those opponents. Because Diego Schwartzman, he's a grinder. He's a ball machine from a baseline. He doesn't miss a much. Yeah, much. He doesn't have the greatest serve, but he has good returns. He's lighting fast on the court. He's a speed demon. He's a good ball striker. He should take good care of his first couple of opponents. In this first round, he has Verilas. Who in hell has heard about this player before? Never in my life I've heard about a player called Verilas. Schwartzman should not lose against him. Then in the second round, he can face Sosa. Sosa is a veteran, but he's more or less finished. Schwartzman should take care of Sosa as well. And if not Sosa, a player named Machatz. Who has heard about Machatz? A player from Czechoslovakia, I believe. I've never heard about him. So Diego Schwartzman should win his first 2 matches. Verilas should not be a problem in the first round, and Sosa or Machatz should not be the problem in the second round. Then Schwartzman's first test will be probably Khachanov in the third. Khachanov, for me, this is a toss-up. Who will make the quarters? Will it be Sosa? Not Sosa. Will it be Diego or Khachanov? One of these 2 players, I believe, will go to the quarterfinals. Exactly like between Fusovic or Hubjurkacz or Karachev. One of those 3 players, Fusovic or Karachev, will go to the quarterfinal. And in this Diego Schwartzman section, it will be Diego, Khachanov. One of these 2 players will go to the quarterfinal, I believe. If Khachanov survives the first round against Nishioka, Nishioka is a really nightmare to face early in the tournament because he doesn't miss much. He doesn't have any weapons. He's not a big hitter, but he will not beat himself, Nishioka. Let's be honest here. Khachanov needs to beat him. Nishioka will not beat himself, and he's playing at his home event. So Nishioka will be a tough player to take down for Khachanov. But I have a feeling that Khachanov will take down Nishioka, but I'm not certain. I'm not certain. I will be honest. So I have a feeling that Schwartzman or Khachanov will go to that quarterfinal. My pick is Schwartzman. I like Schwartzman's draw. That's the only reason. I don't like Schwartzman on hard courts to be quite honest, I don't like him on hard courts. I mostly like him only on clay. But the draw makes me to predict Schwartzman to go to quarterfinal. All right, I'm on 6th place. It is the 500 master class champion that he's so good at 500 class tournaments, and is a quarterfinal specialist at majors events. A player who goes to quarterfinals majority of his career, of times when he plays Grand Slams, but always loses the quarterfinals. Even though that last time he played the Grand Slam tournament, he actually didn't go to quarterfinal and lost in the fourth round against Fucsovics. And the player I'm talking about is Andrei Rublev. I have Rublev on my sixth place. I think Rublev can go to the quarterfinal. Why not? He has a decent draw. Besides the first round against Nishikori. The first round against Nishikori, it is not an easy match for Rublev, man. I think Nishikori leads the head-to-head against Rublev, if I'm not mistaken. But they have not faced each other in a couple of years now. But Rublev against Nishikori, that will be a popcorn match. Exactly like Hurkacz versus Fucsovics. And the same thing is with Rublev versus Nishikori. That is a popcorn match. And whoever wins from these two, Nishikori and Rublev, one of these two players will go to quarterfinal. That is my feeling. I will pick Rublev. I just think Rublev will be too hot. He will hit the ball harder than Nishikori. He will hit through the courts easier than Nishikori, even though the Nishikori is playing in his home country, because we all know Nishikori is from Japan. So Nishikori will be fully motivated to perform really good tennis. But it is not an easy first round opponent that Nishikori has got in Andrei Rublev. So I will pick Rublev to beat Nishikori and to go to the quarterfinal. But I'm not certain. Absolutely not. So if Rublev survives Nishikori in the first round, which I'm not certain, then he will face probably Giron, an American dude, if I'm mistaken. I think Giron is from USA, United States. And then the third round, Rublev can face Ivashka, he can face Kukushkin, he can face Monfils, who is Finnish Monfils. I'm not counting with Monfils doing a deep run here. Or Korya, Jelmer Korya's little brother, if I'm not mistaken. So the big match here is between Rublev and Nishikori in the first round. Whoever wins from these two will go to the quarterfinal. That is my feeling. I will pick Rublev to go to the quarterfinal. Rublev is on my sixth place. On my fifth place, guys. And you know, guys, the routines. The player I have the highest of my quarterfinals candidates is the player I believe the most in his quarterfinal match. And the player I have highest is Felix Yelassime. I have liked Felix the last couple of weeks. He's not a champion, at least not yet. He has lost 8 ATP Tour finals in his career and lost all of those 8 in straight sets. So he's lost 16 in ATP Tour finals in sets. But he's young, guys. He's 20 years old. He will be soon 21 years old. He has a big forehand, pretty good first serve, not the greatest second serve, not the greatest backhand, not the greatest returns. So for sure he has holes in his game, but he's a good athlete. He's pretty fast. He's a big dude. Hits the ball hard. If he just plays with his head and constructs the points good, Felix and Shapovalov, they have the same kind of problem. They don't know when to attack, they don't know when to defend, they don't know when to make good decisions, they don't know when to be shot, they don't know when to be patient, they don't know when they don't have the greatest shot tolerance on the court, they don't know when to attack, they don't know when to be offensive, they don't know when to go to the net. You name it, my tennis fans all around the world. But I feel that Felix, he started to get better and better in those areas of his game. So I think that he can make a deep run. He has Andy Murray in the first round. That is also a popcorn match. We have some popcorn matches in the first round. Fucsovics against Hubert Hurkacz. Rublev against Kei Nishikori. And for sure, Felix Yelassime against Andy Murray. But Andy Murray, for me, he is a spent force. He has seen his best days behind him. I don't think that Andy Murray beats Felix Yelassime. Felix actually defeated Andy Murray last year at US Open in straight sets. So I pick Felix to defeat Andy Murray in the first round. But for sure, that is a match to keep an eye on. That is a popcorn match. Then Felix can face in the second round Koffer, the player who did a pretty good run at French Open earlier this year and lost to Federer in 4 sets in that third round, like we all remember. Koffer is a good lefty player with a he has a good lefty arm. He's dangerous for sure, but I don't think Koffer will take out Felix in the second round. And then in the third, Felix can face Cilic if Cilic wins his first 2 matches. Sandgren has been pretty much finished the last couple of years. For sure the last 12 months. If not Sandgren, Felix can face in the third round PCB. Pablo Corena Busta. So, but I have Felix going to that quarterfinal. I think he will win his first 3 matches and go to the quarterfinal. All right, we are done with the quarterfinal candidates, guys. 8-5. Now we are on the semifinals players. On the 4th place, guys, that I have not been impressed with his tournaments the last couple of weeks. He lost early at Wimbledon in the first round. He lost early in Hamburg against Krajinovic on clay. He has been not in the greatest mental shape after he lost that heartbreaking French Open final when he was 2 sets to love up against Novak Djokovic. The player I'm talking about is, of course, Stefanos Tsitsipas. He has not looked really good the last couple of weeks, guys. Lost early in Wimbledon, lost early at Hamburg, like I said. But now he's playing at Olympic Games. All of these players who are here, 64 players, they are playing not for money. They are not playing for ranking points. They are playing for the country. They are not getting any money, what I know. They are not getting any ranking points. They are playing for the honor. And I think Stefanos Tsitsipas, he will embrace this. He will pick up his level and he will go to the semifinal. That is my feeling, but you never know. He has a tough draw in Kohlschreiber first round, even though Kohlschreiber is pretty finished and he's 37 years old or something like that. 36 or 37 years old. Philipp Kohlschreiber is. It is never easy playing against Philipp Kohlschreiber in a first round match. But Stefanos is a better player than Philipp Kohlschreiber. Stefanos should take out Philipp Kohlschreiber in the first round, and then Stefanos can face Tiafoe in the second round if Tiafoe wins against that Korean dude Kofen, which I believe that Tiafoe will beat that Korean dude. So Stefanos Tsitsipas can face Tiafoe once again early in the tournament. We all remember what happened last time they faced each other at Wimbledon, where Tiafoe defeated Stefanos Tsitsipas in straight sets. But I think that Stefanos will take revenge this time around. So I have Stefanos Tsitsipas defeating Kohlschreiber in the first, and then Tiafoe in the second round as well. But I'm not certain. You cannot trust in Stefanos Tsitsipas. You just cannot do it. You cannot trust in anyone, guys. Who can you trust, for God's sakes, who are not named Nadal, Djokovic or Federer? And of the big 3, only Djokovic is here. We all know that Federer and Nadal are not playing these Olympic Games in Tokyo this year. So, but I will give Stefanos Tsitsipas a chance. I will say he will go to the semifinals. I have him on my 4th place. All right, now, guys. Now we are at the bronze medal, silver medal, and gold medal. The 3rd, 2nd, and 1st player. On my 3rd place, Tsitsipas. Then I forgot to say, in the second round he can face Tiafoe. Then in the 3rd round, Tsitsipas can face Humbert. Really dangerous French player, like we all know. He's really dangerous but really inconsistent, like 90% of the tour. So he's not alone, he has good company as well. Hugo Humbert, he can face Andujar or Kecmanovic. So Stefanos Tsitsipas' biggest threats are all threats for Stefanos Tsitsipas at this current moment that he is. He's not looking really solid or consistent. Kohlschreiber can bother him. Tiafoe can bother him in the second round. And for sure, Humbert, Andujar or Kecmanovic can bother him, especially Hugo Humbert. I would not be shocked if Hugo Humbert takes out Stefanos Tsitsipas in the 3rd round. I really would not be shocked at all. All right, we go to the bronze medal now. On my 3rd place, I have Alexander Sasha Zverev, the double fault machine on the ATP Tour. The player who does most double fault on the ATP Tour. If not the most, for sure he's top 3 on that list. He's on my 3rd place. He has a good first serve, not good second serve. We all know that. He has a really good backhand. His forehand has improved over the years. His forehand used to be a really weakness in his game before. He has improved that shot. He's a good defender. He can defend. He likes playing on hard court. He has good returns. We don't have many good returners on tour, guys, besides Djokovic, who is the best in the business. Besides Schwartzman, Nishikori, we don't have so many good returners. Andy Murray, of course, but the old Andy Murray, not so much the new Andy Murray. And Zverev is also a good returner. So Zverev probably is the top 5 best returner in the world that we have. Because majority of the tennis players, they don't have good serve returns. Let's face it. So Zverev, he has a good draw. He Lou in the first round. Will Lou take Zverev out? And then in the second round, Egyptian player Sefat, who I've never heard about. If not Sefat, Galan in the second round. I've not heard about Galan. I've not heard about Sefat. We have players who are playing Olympic Games who are not even top 100 or maybe even top 200 guys. So Zverev should not lose in the first round or second round against these players. Not against Lou, not against Sefat, not against Galan. And the third round, then things can be tricky. He can face Bashashvili. Bashashvili, we all know he's a big hitter when he finds the court, but when he doesn't find the court, he looks like a junior player. Bashashvili, but Zverev should take Bashashvili out in the third, and if not Bashashvili, he can face Sonego. We all know the Italian shot maker Sonego, but he doesn't have the greatest serve or backhand, Sonego in my opinion, or not, and he doesn't have any good returns. Sonego basically has only a forehand, nothing else. And if not Sonego, he can face Taro Daniel, who should be really motivated because he's from Japan and he can be tricky to face, but I don't think Taro Daniel will go to that third round. So Zverev, he has a good draw, guys. He should go to the quarterfinal, and then in the quarter he should win this quarterfinal match as well and go to the semifinal. So Zverev is in my third place. All right, now we are in my top spots, guys. The silver medal. Who will take the silver medal? Who do I have on my second place, guys? Yeah, I have my second place, the world number 2, Daniil Medvedev, guys. Daniil Medvedev's best surface is hard court. He has won 11 tournaments in his career. 10 of those tournaments that he has won has been on hard courts. No surprise there. He likes playing hard courts. His game suits on hard court. He should do a good run here. He has a good draw, in my opinion. No, not the first round, Bublik, but he had Bublik in the French Open as well, I believe, in the first round. He took out Bublik there, if not mistaken. And he has now Bublik, I think he had Bublik in the first round at French Open, if I'm not mistaken. And he has now Bublik in the first round here at the Olympic Games as well. I think he will take out Bublik. Bublik, who is a worse version of Nick Kyrgios, very unpredictable. But I don't think that Bublik will be good enough and consistent enough to take out Medvedev in the first round. And then Medvedev can face in the second round Istomin. Istomin, who has been a Finnish player since he defeated Novak Djokovic in 2017, 4 years ago, in that second round Australian Open. What has he done since then, Istomin? Nothing. He has been on a 4-year-long vacation, and he will not take down Medvedev in the second round if Istomin wins his first match to begin with, which I am very doubtful he will do. So, and then in the third round, Medvedev can face Fognini, the inconsistency machine, one of the biggest Santa Clauses that we have on the tour, together with Paré, who is not playing at this Olympic year. I don't believe he's playing. No, he's not playing. He can face Fognini in the third round. Fognini should not take out Medvedev, and if not Fognini, Gilles Simon. And Gilles Simon, guys, where has Gilles Simon been the last couple of years? He has not been winning tennis matches, that's for sure. And if he has been playing Challenger Tour events, and when he is playing the ATP Tour events, he has been losing the first or second round, Gilles Simon. So Gilles Simon should not be a threat for Daniil Medvedev if Gilles Simon is in the third round to begin with. So Daniil Medvedev has a good draw. He should go to that final, in my opinion. So he's my silver medalist, Daniil Medvedev. Who is in my first place, guys? You know probably by now who is my gold medalist, guys. The player who is chasing history. The player who has won the first 3 majors in 2021. The player who has won 34 matches in this 2021 season and lost only 3 matches. And the players he has lost to has been Nadal, Dan Evans, and Aslan Karachev. And the player I'm talking about is the world number 1, is the most complete tennis player of all time. It is Novak Djokovic. All eyes will be at Novak Djokovic, and for sure my eyes as well will be at Novak Djokovic. I think he will win the gold medal. His best result has been at 2008 Beijing, when he won the bronze medal, defeated, I believe, James Blake there. And we all remember what happened 5 years ago, 2016, when he lost the first round against Juan Martín del Potro, and he started to cry after that first round match. And I knew that, guys, that Some of you believe that he will not play the Olympic Games because he has a big year on the horizon here. He's going for his fourth straight Grand Slam title to complete that calendar Grand Slam at US Open. And some of you believed he will not play the Olympic. I was 99% certain he will play. He will never miss this opportunity and stay home and not go for the Golden Slam, guys. He will regret that for his entire life. If he didn't take the plane to Tokyo. And I was right. He is on Tokyo. He is here to win the Golden Slam, to be the first and only male player to ever do it. No male player has ever done this achievement. It will not be easy. He said it himself. It is a very long way to go. I will take one match at a time, and he will for sure do that. He has a good, decent draw. He will face Delian in the first round, a player I've never heard about. In the second round, he will face Struff or Matero from Brazil. No, Struff, we all know what Struff can do. He has only a forehand, nothing else. He has a good serve, Struff, but his serve should... It is a little overrated, to be quite honest. He doesn't have an Easter serve, Struff, but his serve is good. But besides serve and forehand, what has Struff? Does he have good returns? Does he have good backhand? Is he a speed demon? No. Struff will not take out Djokovic in the second round if Struff is there to begin with. And if Struff isn't there, the other dude, Montenegro, will not take out Djokovic as well in the second round. In the third round, then things can get a little tricky for Novak Djokovic. He can face Musetti. We all know what Musetti did to him at French Open last month, where he took 2 sets from Novak Djokovic and was 2 sets to love up. But Djokovic will turn that around and won in 5 sets, Musetti. And if not Musetti, he can face Davidovich Fokina in that third round. And if not for David Fokina, he can face John Millman in that third round. We all know John Millman is a grinder. But look, none of these players I've mentioned, Delian, Struff, or Monteiro, or Musetti, or David Fokina, or Millman will not beat Djokovic the first 3 rounds. I don't think so. So Djokovic will win his first three rounds. Then in the quarterfinal, things can get tricky, like it always does in tennis tournaments. When you go as deeper you go, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, of course. Juan Martín del Potro is not here, at least the player who took out Djokovic at 2016 bronze medal match at London. I remember. Not 16, I'm sorry, the 2012 bronze medal match in London, defeated Djokovic in that bronze match. I remember, it was not Del Potro. Yeah, Del Potro, semifinal. In that semifinal, Del Potro defeated Novak Djokovic, I remember, in 2012 in London. I believe it was Del Potro who has defeated Novak Djokovic the last 2 Olympic Games, that's for sure. He defeated Djokovic in the first round and in Rio de Janeiro, I remember 5 years ago, and Djokovic and Del Potro also defeated Novak Djokovic in 2012 London. So Djokovic has lost to Del Potro in 2 straight Olympic Games, so it is good news for Djokovic that Del Potro is not here, at least, because Del Potro has been Novak Djokovic's nemesis the last 2 Olympic Games that has been played. So I think it is time for history here. It is a 3 sets event. It is easy to take out Djokovic. It is like a Masters 1000 event. Djokovic is harder to defeat in Grand Slams in 5 sets. We all know that. But Djokovic will be so motivated, so focused. He will have so much pressure. We all know that. But he's the best player in the world for a reason. He's the most complete tennis player in the world for a reason. So I think that Djokovic, he will do it. Quarterfinal matches will be Djokovic against Rublev. I think Djokovic takes out Rublev. Zverev against Fusovic. Zverev takes out Fusovic. Tsitsipas against Schwartzman. I think Tsitsipas takes out Schwartzman. And Medvedev against Felix. I think Medvedev takes out Felix. Quarterfinal matches. Semifinals, Djokovic against Zverev. I think Djokovic takes out Zverev. Medvedev against Tsitsipas. I think Medvedev takes out Tsitsipas. Final will be between Novak Djokovic versus Dan Medvedev. I think Djokovic will take out Dan Medvedev in the final and will win that gold medal for the first ever time in his career. We all know he has a bronze medal from 2008 at Beijing, but he has never won a gold medal. And then bronze medal match will be between Zverev and Tsitsipas. I think Zverev will defeat Tsitsipas and will the bronze medal. So guys, there you have it. I think we have history on the line, guys. Am I sure we will see history? No, I'm not. But I have a feeling we will see history. Djokovic is the best player in the world. Djokovic is the most complete tennis player in the world. Djokovic is the favorite. The favorite doesn't always win. He will be super motivated. He will be super hungry. He will be super sharp. Will he be nervous? Yes, he's a human being like you and me. He will be nervous. But I think at the end of the day, he will be too tough and too difficult to beat. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace!